70 million minks raised for fur are gassed and burned to death because of the mutation they're causing of COVID-19. Denmark is the most developed country in the minks fur industry. So COVID-19 has been going on. And what happened is that from people, COVID-19 transmitted to minks, and minks mutated inside their body, and they got transmitted to humans, which infected several hundred people in Denmark. Right now, Denmark is in completely lockdown. School is being shut down, transportation is shut down, and everyone is worried that those disease is going to affect them. So if you look at the history of pandemics, including COVID-19. COVID-19 originally came from a sea market in Wuhan, China, that transmitted the disease from the animal agriculture to humans, which caused this pandemic, whole pandemic. In 1918, if you look back, there was a H5N1 virus, remembered as Spanish flu. This deadly virus killed as many as 24 million people in just 24 weeks. AIDS took about 24 years to kill that many. This describes how deadly the virus was. And this virus originally came from the transmission to humans. People remember it as an avian flu, came from the bird viruses. But other evidence suggests that it was actually from a pig's mutation, which is susceptible to human and bird viruses. More detail about history of zoonotic disease, just please check this out by Earthling Ed. He describes those history more briefly and better than me. Go ahead and check that video out now. Problems with these zoonotic viruses are not only because they're so deadly that can kill many people, but also it's really hard to find vaccines. Those COVID-19, they're still trying to have vaccines, that's why everyone is still wearing a mask. This new Danish mink-derived COVID-19. Also, there is no vaccine. They mentioned that it was vaccine resistant. What pisses me off the most is not the part that viruses were transmitted from animals to humans, but animals are suffering because of the pandemics. They have their viruses because of these brutal practices that humans are doing to them. It's really easy for them to transmit their viruses to each other, to humans, and at the end what happens is the humans burn or gas them so that the viruses no longer spreads. This is really selfish act that humans do on those animals, and they confine them just like the farm animals that I talk about most of the time, and they just slaughter them for just their profit, like fur that we just wear, and we might just throw it away because these days clothes are like one use kind of thing. You know, clothes are really cheap compared to a long time ago, and there's this exploitation behind that. Humans working in developing countries, they are forced to work to produce the clothes that they would never wear for people in developing countries, so they can take advantage of that cheap price and they can wear it for cheap price. That's why those clothes are really affordable. They just buy those clothes and it's really easy to get rid of them. If you're thinking of buying a new fur right now, just watch this video right here by PETA. They showed a inside darkness of those fur industry going on minks, foxes, other animals. They are confined in small cage. They will be gassed to death. This is horrible, but please watch it. Surprisingly, the animal welfare is delighted because the news. How the can they be delighted about this? So animal welfare and animal rights, there are different. Animal welfare is making sure that the animals are living in humane environment which never exists because they will be slaughtered at the end. And animal rights is animals have the equal rights to humans because we are all animals, biologically speaking. It's really bullshit that the animal welfare groups are really delighted because of the news. There's nothing that we should be delighted for. Minks are killed, gassed and burned. I'm pretty sure that from the animal welfare perspective, it's not a humane killing. They'll be suffocated and they'll be burned to death. Can it be any more cruel than that? Even if those pandemics are not coming from animals, I still think that's really wrong to confine those innocent animals and take advantage of them so that humans can earn money, humans can get palatable treats from those fur and food, because those are completely unnecessary. Your ice cream, 5 minutes of joy, it might be just 5 minutes, but it's a long suffering from cows, and cows will be exploited to produce milk for the human needs, which we don't really need. We have soy milk, we have almond milk, we have oat milk, so many alternatives. If we don't stop consuming those animal products, the longer those animals will suffer. So just keep that in mind. And if you're non-vegan, I hope this message is strong. And if you're wondering about the inside truth of factory farming, how animals are treated in modern society, just watch The Minion, the film, free on YouTube. So I'll have a link in the description below. And if you're vegan, you can persuade by talking about the pandemics, but also those animal ethics. Although animal ethics can be really advanced, you have to be prepared to go on argument. It's the most important thing. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time.